Hello, everyone. Good morning to you all. Good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today. Today is 21st of November, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be 22nd of November 2025. So I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are doing good. Today is 22nd, being Saturday, November 2025. So it is all over the social media spaces, and we all know that there was an abduction that happened in Niger State, KB and Niger State, where about 215 students were kidnapped and 12 teachers were also abducted. So CAN has officially, given their own statement confirming the abduction of 215 pupils and 12 teachers in one particular school in Niger State. Not just that alone, Evangelist Dakomo Ezekiel cried out that his life is at risk, that they are threatening him. He equally blamed Tinubu's special advisor that he should stop threatening him, that they are monitoring him, monitoring every of his activities all the way from Aso Rock. It is really shocking that this kind of a thing keep repeating itself and happening before our very own eyes in Nigeria. And it's quite surprising that the only thing that the problem we have in Nigeria is only people that are demanding for their freedom, like Martin Nnamdi Kanu and all Igbo people. It is a shame. So it's also on the news that Tinubu's government have accepted that jihadists are indeed killing people in Nigeria, but he did not target Christian genocide. He said that everybody is a victim, both religions, both Christian and Muslims are all victims of this terrorist, jihadist terrorism in the country. So we have to take it as it is. So the federal government of Nigeria have closed 41 federal government colleges. They closed them amid the rising insecurity tension in the country. According to the news, you can see on the screen, the wave of abduction of school students in some parts of the country has forced the federal government to order the closure of 41 federal government colleges, also known as federal unity colleges across the country. This followed the kidnapping of students in KB and Niger State, with fears that this may escalate across the country. In a statement late Friday by the Director of Senior Secondary Education at the Federal Ministry of Education, known as Hajia Binta Abducted, she revealed that the Minister of Education, Dr. Tonji Alausa, has ordered the immediate closure of the 41 schools to prevent security breaches. The guidance report that there are 104 federal unity colleges across the country. The circular dated November 21st, 2025 was addressed to all principals with reference number FME/DSSE/GM/S160C11. And here is the circular. The Federal Ministry of Education, Office of the Director, Senior Secondary Education Department, Order Secretary Shangari Way, Abuja, Nigeria, PMB 148 Gaki website. You can see it. All principals, federal unity colleges, closure of 47 federal unity colleges. Sequel to the recent security challenges in some parts of the country and the need to prevent any security breaches, the Honorable Minister of Education has approved the immediate closure of the listed federal unity colleges with immediate effect. See attached. Principals of affected colleges are to ensure strict compliance. Please accept the warm regards of the Honorable Minister, Hajia Binta Abducted, Director, Senior Secretary, Education for Honorable Minister. It is really, my people. It is really unfortunate that our children are now already going home. I don't know, some people, I don't know if you have seen on the social media, especially on Facebook, the news going all over the social media, where school pupils are already on their way going home. Parents they storm the school premises and they're taking their children back home. But the question is the home safe? Is the home safe? is another thing. The home is not safe. And these are the list of the 47 colleges that were closed by the federal government as a result of the rising tension in the northeastern part of the country. 47 Unity College were totally closed by the federal government. Now, what is obstructing the federal government from declaring state of emergency in these places? But they were quick to declare state of emergency in River State as a result of ordinary fire that happened in their oil site in River State. They declared state of emergency. Now, people has been abducted. 251 students, 12 teachers, and more has been going on in the Northeast. Why the federal government don't want to declare state of emergency in these places? It is really sad. This week alone, government kidnapped 25 people and killed a staff member in an early morning raid on a government girls' comprehensive secondary school on Monday. The latest attack comes more than a decade after nearly 300 girls were abducted from Chibok in the restive northeastern region and sparked international outcry. Eh? You see? Since then, there has been a string of other abductions involving school children. Police say the gang armed with sophisticated weapons shooting sporadically stopped the government girls' comprehensive secondary school in Kebbi State at about 4 o'clock a.m. Police were deployed, but unfortunately, the suspected bandits had already scaled through the fence of the school and abducted 25 students from their hostel to an unknown destination, police said in a statement. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Wednesday said the abduction of 25 schoolgirls in Kebbi State and the killing of Brigadier General Musa Oba and other soldiers in Borno State have left him depressed. The families and the families of the kidnapped schoolgirls are in my prayers. Tinubu said this via his post on former Twitter handle known as X. That he is depressed with the tragic death of our soldiers and the officers on active duty. May God comfort the families of Brigadier General Musa Oba and other fallen heroes. Yes, we accept, Oga. We accepted that what you are saying is nothing but the truth. But looking at what is happening now, this man, Ezekiel Dakomo, they are telling him, they are watching every of his moves from Aso Rock. Who is monitoring this man? He want to send a serious warning to Tinubu's head that he should stop the intimidation. So I want to take you guys, before I will react, I want you guys to see the full details of this news to avoid you are the one that added or you are the one that's saying this or whatever it might be. No, I want you guys to see it as it is. You get the point? They say Plateau State-based cleric evangelist Ezekiel Dakomo has alleged that operatives loyal to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration have been issuing threats to silence him over his global advocacy on the ongoing killings of Christians in Nigeria. He made this known in a video which was shared via Sahara reporters, and Dakomo began the video with a direct plea that they are threatening and warning me to stop exposing Tinubu's government at the global level over the ongoing killing of Christians in Nigeria by Fulani terrorists. They say they are watching my every move from Aso Rock. He revealed that some individuals had told him to keep silence. According to him, somebody says, Reverend, who stop exposing the government? Your own government, your country. I say, oh, so I am now exposing my government in which they are watching me right inside on social media. The cleric said that he rejected the idea of staying silent because, according to him, the government inaction has endangered Christians nationwide. He continued, then I say, what of me? That the same government exposed us to Fulani killings by refusing to stop Fulani from killing us? Are they not exposing us to them? Their silence is exposing the Christians all over Nigeria. He went further to accuse the government of emboldening extremist groups. Dakomo said, now the Boko Haram is swap that they are divided. They are rejoicing. They kill because they know the government cannot do anything when they kill us. They have exposed us to Islamic terrorists by their silence. He also condemned government officials who allegedly deny that Christians are facing mass targeted killings. Not only silence, They came out publicly and said there is no genocide on Christians. That is another exposure that we are lying. That Komo narrated how he received a distressing phone call earlier in the day, shortly after visiting a grave site in Abuja. Hmm? Hmm. It is really shocking, no? Really, really shocking. He said, I was at the graveside from Abuja today when I was just claiming one kibo. A phone call came and said, Reverend, have you heard what is happening? Then I say, what is happening again? Right, they have attacked another one, and that one is more attack. It is more stronger. He then referenced Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, describing him as the son of late Gumi that used to go and bargain with terrorists, and accused him of claiming that the corpses buried after recent killings did not exist. And this is what Gumi said, that what this man said is not true. Eh? That almost said, he came out and said, all the corpses that we are buried is a lie. All we bury is only coffins. We buried coffins, all of them, they are empty. The evangelist vowed to drag Gumi before international authorities, that I have made this his name. He must appear to Interpol, even when he hide in Saudi Arabia. I am very sorry for him. They will fish him out. He will appear in the International Criminal Court of the world to come and testify. And I want they will put high delegate together with Minister of Defense, SSS of Nigeria. Dakomo insisted that stakeholders must visit the gravesite to verify the truth. They must be at the grave. I have told the youth in the village to guard that tomb, because very soon they will send their machineries to come and dig the grave in the night and remove evidence. He said security personnel in the community had also been told to protect the burial ground. The security men that are working in that village, I said they should help in guarding the village, that the tomb at this moment. That Komo didn't stop there. He then demanded that top officials appear if the government wants sincerity in uncovering the truth. I want the chief judge of Nigeria must be present. If really they want sincerity, factually, they should be present. The chief of defense, the chief of army staff, GOC must be present. He challenged authorities to allow an exhumation to determine who is telling the truth. Let us dig the grave and see what is there. Who is lying, turning my tears to become a hypocrite dress? This is an empty coffin. Gumi is saying that what this man is saying is a lie. The cleric became visibly emotional toward the end of the video. God of vengeance will fight. Go to my Facebook. You will see me crying at the grave. This is what the man said. And it is really, really shocking that this kind of a thing will keep happening in our community, in our country, and people still look for a way to defend this corrupt government. Imagine the government that use NSAS, the Senate, the MSAS to condemn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria is really, really, really shocking. Now, Tinubu is publicly accepting that, yes, there is something like killing. Imagine. But all of a sudden, people are saying there's nothing like genocide going on. Is there genocide going on in Nigeria? That is what we call total ethnic cleansing going on in Nigeria. It is happening. It is real. It is not false. It is real. It is true. People are being killed on a daily basis in Nigeria. Sometimes all these things will happen. You will still see Nigerian police coming out to tell you that it is a lie, when the real evidences are all over the social media spaces. Imagine 215. An eyewitness said, I think I posted it on my Facebook page. You can go to Christy TV. It's just a short video, just 1 minute video I posted. You can go to Christy TV at Facebook. You can see it. Where a lady said, because concerning the particular abduction that happened in KB and Niger, according to her, she said that her sister was lucky, Chinelo was lucky that she was not abducted. As a matter of fact, she jumped fence, including other students. They escaped this mass abduction, this 215. She said over 200, and it is true, it is not lie. That's over 200 students, children were abducted from the school. But according to the news, Parents saw their children with their own eyes being moved into the bush. They were moved into the bush. They tied rope on their necks as like cow, like goats. That rope are tied on their necks like goats. Not just that alone, there was flight and helicopter. Now you have to ask yourself a question. Who are coming into Nigeria with crafts to kidnap, abduct our students, our children, and they will move away, and the government seems not to be bothered? They are not doing anything. Is that thing what to be a government? Tinubu, you are a failure. You are proving to the whole wide world that indeed you are a failure. Look at what Trump said today again. He said it yesterday, 21st of November. He said that Nigeria is a disgraced country. Despite, extending subsidy to Nigeria, yet the subsidy money they are giving to Nigeria is not doing anything. People are being killed on a daily basis. That Nigeria is a disgraced country. They are committing genocide in Nigeria. This man made a statement yesterday. Another fresh statement. This is not the other one. He said this is another fresh new statement from Donald Trump. Nigeria is a disgraced country. They are committing genocide. The government seems not to be bothered. The government are not doing anything to protect the people of Nigeria. I keep asking, what is holding you, Donald Trump? Why are you still wasting time? I was thinking that by now, you might have arrived in Nigeria with your private jets, with your technology, and fish out these terrorists in our country. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, look at the counter they used to sentence him to life imprisonment. Whereas an ISWAP commander who killed, butchered innocent Nigerians, killed our military men, was sentenced to 20 years in prison. But someone who broadcasted, because he broadcasted, he was sentenced to life in prison. Yes, we are not ready to get justice in this country. We are not ready to have a good life in this country. Borno State has been burning for a very long time. VP Shetima is from Borno, but for once, he has never come out for once to condemn the killings going on in Borno State. Have you asked yourself this question? Who exactly is this VP? Who is Shetima? He went to the summit in UK, in America. The only thing, I think that happened in Canada. The only thing he can say, the only thing that Gumi can say is that they should end the war in Gaza and in Palestine. Why people are being killed in Borno by Boko Haram, ISWAP terrorists, bandits, Fulani jihadists. And now Tinubu is now accepting that, yes, that is killing going on all over Nigeria. I want to share the screen so that you guys can see. So you guys can see it. Let me share my screen. So that you can see it. Now, this is the news that Tinubu government, I hope you guys can see it, Tinubu government confirms jihadist extremism from Northeast, says Nigerian Christians, Muslims are being killed. You see, Nigerian Christians and Muslims are being killed. So he now accepted that there is killing going on in the country. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, stated this during an appearance on China television program yesterday, being Friday. The President Bola Tinubu that the Nigerian government says it is not denying the scale of killings across the country, but is taking significant steps to address security challenges in Nigeria. When the Minister of Information said this yesterday, yes, we have people being killed, no doubt about that, and the government is not shying away or denying this, the minister said. He explained that some deaths arise from religious tensions, economic pressures, and persistent communal clashes, especially in the Middle Belt. Idris added that no administration gains anything from allowing such violence and noted that the president is deeply saddened by every life lost. Do we have people killed? Yes, it is a good thing. No, is the government doing anything? Quite a lot. We should not have a situation where anybody is killed, whether Christians or Muslims, the minister said. The information minister once again dismissed suggestion of religious genocide, insisting that both Christians and Muslims suffer from extremist violence. You have jihadist extremism coming from the northeast, and this is a 16-year struggle, he noted. He stressed that the extremists kill both Muslims and Christians, making the genocide narrative inaccurate. The minister added that before President Donald Trump redesignation of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, that the President Tinubu had already overhauled the security architecture by replacing service chiefs to strengthen operations. Okay, is a lie. Tinubu sacked this man only when Trump already designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, when the security have risen, when people have started calling on Donald Trump to come and help. Trump had threatened to send U.S. forces into Nigeria. Yes, we know that. With guns are blazing if attacks on Christians continued. He urged the Nigerian government to act fast. A recent report revealed that U.S. military had drafted contingency plans for possible intervention in Nigeria. Trump directed the Pentagon to prepare options to protect Christians from terrorist attacks. Some U.S. officials warned that isolated airstrikes will not resolve the insurgency without a broader campaign, which Washington is unwilling to launch. However, President Tinubu's administration has repeatedly dismissed Trump's claim that Nigeria is hostile to Christians. In a personally signed statement, Tinubu said, "The description does not reflect our national reality." He noted ongoing engagement with Christian and Muslim leaders since 2023 to resolve security challenges. On Tuesday, the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Africa held a hearing on Trump's decision to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. The session titled "A Serious, Well-Founded Wake-Up Call" examined allegations of religious freedom violations and Nigeria's response to insecurity. Senior State Department officials known as Jonathan Pratt and Jacob McGee testified about attacks by Boko Haram and armed militias on minority communities. Community chairman known as Chris Smith argued that Nigeria faces systematic, ongoing, egregious violations of religious freedom. Lawmakers debated whether Nigeria has failed to curb the violence and other sanctions, visa bans, and stricter conditions on U.S. assistance. You see, the governments are now accepting that, yes, there is something like killing going on in the country. However, the Niger State chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria, known as CAN, has said that 227 people, including teachers, students, were abducted when bandits stormed St. Mary's Catholic Primary and Secondary Schools in Papiri, Agwari local government area in the early hours of Friday. The attack, which occurred between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. initially, left the exact number of abductees unclear. However, in an update issued Friday evening, Daniel Atori, media aide to the state CAN chairman, clarified that 215 pupils and students, including 12 teachers, were taken during the raid. The news of the abduction has, in fact, left, shock to many Nigerians all over the social media space. Multiple community sources who visited the school after the attack confirmed the invasion, describing it as a coordinated operation that lasted between 2 a.m. and 3 a.m., which is complete 1 hour. Ahmed Abdullahi Rufia, the head of disaster and relief of Agwara local government area, confirmed the incident alongside Bello Gidi, media aide to the chairman of Agwara local government. You see what is going on? You see what is going on? Not that alone. The portrait of Mother Mary in that particular school was equally burnt down. The portrait of Mother Mary was burnt down by these terrorists, these terrifying terrorists. My people, it is really shocking that this kind of thing keep happening in our own very eyes. Nigeria is indeed finished. Nigeria is finished. May God help us. Which way? How can we get better? How can things get better in this country? People are dying. If it's not accidents, it is kidnappers. If it is not kidnappers, it is bandits. If it's not bandits, Nigerian police, Nigerian military. We don't know where that is safe anymore. If it's not that, Nigerian judiciary. Every part of Nigeria is now deadly for human being to dwell in it. Nigeria is now a deadly zone for every living thing. Not how we see it, but to me, that is how I'm seeing it. May God help the Republic of this country, because automatically it has proven to be a deadly zone and a disgraced country, a terrifying country for people to live. Now they're making it compulsory that if you fail to be recruited into the Nigerian military, if you don't want to get recruited, that people from 18 years and above is mandatory, that you must pass through Nigerian military training and you must be recruited. You see, that is very dangerous. Maybe this is their plan to reduce population in the country. I don't know, but that is all I can think. That's all I can say. I want to hear your humble opinion in the comment section. Thanks for joining us and thanks for watching. God bless you.